Hey, Eric.
What's up, Chris?
What's your favorite visual novel?
I've played 3 visual novels in my lifetime, 2 for this podcast. We, of course, have Radical Dreamers for the Satellaview.
Yes.
Got that done. We also have Suikoden, Volume 1
yes.
and Volume 2.
Yes.
Consider that to be one game.
That's 2 games, Eric.
And, of course, 428 Shibuya Scramble for the PlayStation 4, originally for the Nintendo Wii.
Oh, cool. Congratulations. I did not know you were going to say that. I thought you were just going to say the Suikoden and the Radical Dreamers games, because I bring those up because you can go to patreon.com/retroam and get some additional mini-series content on those games. We had a lot of fun with actually all 3 of those games. Radical Dreamers was a lot of episodes, and Suikoden was a couple.
Yeah, those aren't necessarily mini-series designated. They're just part of our Suikoden coverage and part of our Chrono Cross coverage.
Yes, so go to patreon.com/retroam and visualize a novel with us. Or don't play them, just listen to us talk about it. I don't know.
And if you give us infinite money, one day we'll have 428 Shibuya Scramble coverage.
Yes. Would you like to hear some hot sounds?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast covering classic Japanese role-playing games chapter by chapter, beat by beat, JRPGs, you know. Welcome back to Season 7 covering Lunar, the Silver Star. My name is Chris, and I am joined in my basement by Eric again. Hi.
Basement blasting.
Blasting in the basement. Haven't heard the dog bark tonight. It's nice. Don't know why the dog's...
When I came in, your wife instructed your children to throw the ball to the dog several times until it wore the dog out so the dog would not bark.
Yes, I think the dog was walked too early today, so the dog is recovered. So
it's regenerated its fucking menacing goddamn behavior.
Yes, the dog has just been very feisty lately. Anyway, we're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of premium individuals who are watching us record this podcast on a secret video feed at patreon.com/retroam.
We're also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production robot from the future who spent all day sharpening the sword from Kadash.
Initializing FakeNet.
It's a digital sword to cut physical boys.
What?
Kadash.
Kadash.
It's a side-scrolling game where you walk around and hit stuff with a sword. Working Designs localized it for the Turbo Graphics.
Oh,
obviously.
Thank you. Obviously. By the way, can you remind me of the conditions for a scrotal?
Scrotal?
Yeah.
Chris, scrotal stands for script corruption regarding ostentatious, tactless, acute lewdness.
Okay, so it's when we find something kind of fucked in the script, right?
It's to honor the legacy of Working Designs for conditions under which that probably ain't what the original script had in mind, or unregulated and avoidable horniness, or that which quivers the asshole.
Okay.
It's vibes-based.
Vibes-based.
Okay, got it. All right, I just needed a little bit of a refresher there because we're getting into the game proper, and I want to be able to properly assign scrotal counts.
Cite the scrotations.
Yeah.
I headed to the next screen because we just got finished talking about Dragon Master Dine's monument and meeting Ramus and getting the call to adventure.
Yes, into the rustic town of Burg.
Burg has dirt roads with patches of vegetation. Snow sits below some nearby pine trees. Clouds, complete with shadows, float in and out overhead.
Oh, that's the PlayStation effect, right?
Pretty good.
I love when clouds cast shadows.
I think you could do that in the Super Nintendo.
I think you could too, but you had a little bit of extra, oomph there.
A river runs through the center of town. I'm not cultured enough to describe how the houses look. I'm sorry.
Log cabins. Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, it's a good toy.
Rustic.
The town also has a mill and a goddess statue at its center, like all towns.
Yep.
And we can't forget those pops of pink flowers here and there.
Birds, too.
On Sega CD, Burg is boring. The pine trees are there, but the pockets of snow and grass are absent, with a texture that looks more like brown carpet than soft dirt. Alex's house is the only one on the other side of the bridge. The bridge is on the west side rather than the center in Sega CD. But we're back in the PS1.
It is very brown in the Sega CD.
As I cross the bridge, Nall asks me if I hear something that sounds like singing. Luna must be waiting for us at the springs. I bet she'll be singing a different tune when you show up late again.
Damn.
Do you have what's unique about again?
Alex has been late multiple times?
No, the word literally again in this dialogue box.
No.
Capital letters.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about this later, but there's a lot of all caps for emphasis in this game, and I hate it.
This was very much how people talked on the internet at the time. Not so much all caps all the time. That's always been the mark of an asshole.
Yeah.
But just like emphasis, like without the bold text or anything.
Yeah, it's...
capital letters.
Yeah.
Exclamation point and the number 1.
It's upsetting.
It's pretty bad.
There's an old guy here in the front of the town when we walk in, and I spoke with him. He said, Dine surrendered his most precious gift on his final journey to the distant frontier, capital F.
Yeah, the frontier is capitalized.
Yes. We have erected a monument here in Burg to honor his many valiant and heroic achievements. He said erect.
He did. We can erect monuments, Chris.
I know, but do you feel like that was a specific word choice by Victor? It's not a scrotal, but like it's getting there.
It is on the way.
It tickles.
It is one that like you don't give the benefit of the doubt based on the rest of this video game.
Yeah. Speak again, he says, Alex, you have the aura of a dragon master, but you must cultivate your strength. Lunar applies the special boy sauce in the first NPC, new record,
Yes.
right? Like,
exactly, he's there.
yeah,
You want to hear what this guy says on Sega CD?
same thing.
He tells me that Dine died in his last trip to the frontier and that Burg erected a monument, there's erect again, to celebrate Dine's valiant life course.
Oh, valiant life course instead of valiant and heroic achievements.
Yes,
Okay,
he said it's the exact same thing, but valiant life course.
I would have kept life course.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
How do you feel about valiant life course, and what do you think that means?
I feel like a valiant life course is a continuous application of valor to all things in your life.
That's good.
Like all you can do
Application
is-
of valor.
Yes, even when you're fucking getting the mail, it's like there's valor in that because
You're doing the Vince McMahon walk out there.
yeah, something like that. You're saving a rabbit on the way out to the thing.
You're not
Getting
hitting it with a lawnmower again.
Getting a turtle out of the middle of the road.
That's right.
All
I've
right.
done that.
Mm-hmm.
More NPCs. Get the band with green hair and suspenders, left side of the screen below the river.
Yeah.
A thick fog has enveloped the woods. It's impossible for us to find our way through this stuff. Now we can't travel to Saith for our supplies. This is very bad news, kids. I mean capital letters. Very bad. Till the fog clears, Burg is cut off from Saith. This sucks. I mean capital letters. Really sucks. Chris, do kids today still say stuff sucks? Or does everyone think and know that sucking dick is cool now?
They still say things suck, but I don't think they do as much as we did.
Okay, so suck isn't like number one way to disparage something?
No, the suck has mostly been replaced with sus.
Oh, sus. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't say if I say sus, I get arrested immediately.
Yeah,
My next NPC, guy with white eyes, could be glasses and green parted hair,
sure.
red suspenders, purple shoes. This guy, whenever he's got multiple dialogues throughout our time in Burg, he roasts Ramses
Ramus.
every fucking chance he gets.
Oh, yeah, he does every single time.
He says, "Aren't you Noah's son, Alex?
Yeah.
I heard you were heading out on your first big adventure. Ramus came past here babbling all about it. He's so lazy. If his dad wasn't village leader, I'd take that sloth over my knee and slap him into shape."
Wow.
Oh, well, if it isn't Ramus's best friend, how do you put up with that bean brain?
I like Bean Brain.
Bean brain's all right.
Yeah.
Are we counting how many times people are going to beat children?
We're not, but, there's one.
He's asking if I'm my father's son and pivoting to beating the shit out of my best friend.
Yep.
Regular dialogue. On Sega CD, it's the same. He still threatens to beat the shit out of Ramus.
I think he's a little bit... his dialogue, I think, was the most toned down. I don't have it word for word in the
PSP version.
Harmony Touch, Harmony, whatever it's called. This one.
Harmony Touch. Just call it that. It's kind of the
Touch.
same thing.
I'm going to say Touch.
What's
All right.
I don't have much of Harmony for Burg, ironically.
It's mostly the same.
Who'd you dig up next?
Girl walking near the item shop, purple hair. She wonders if I'm going to practice with Luna today. Our performance is going to be the highlight of the festival.
I'm counting on you two. Alex, your mother taught you to play the ocarina very well. Good thing it wasn't your dad teaching you, or you'd be playing the accordion right now.
Your dad sucks. Your dad's Weird Al.
Fuck. Man, if Weird Al was I love my dad. The only person I would accept in my dad's place is Weird Al.
Yeah, me too.
Same dialogue on Sega CD, except of course she calls it a harp instead of an ocarina.
Mm-hmm.
Child with blue, purple hair, southeast.
Yeah, he tells me Dragon Master Dine was born and raised in this village a long time ago. When I grow up, I want to be a Dragon Master too. That's why I'm eating my Wheaties. Do they still make Wheaties?
I had Wheaties 3 days ago.
Are Wheaties good?
They're an okay, flake cereal, I think. They have a bit, more of a crunch than your cornflake.
What Wheaties cover athlete do you picture when you picture Wheaties?
I think John Cena's on it right now.
Wow. I was going to say Larry Bird for some reason.
For me, it's Jordan. It was
It's
always
probably
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan was the one. And Tiger Woods, too, was a big one. Is that a scrotal? That's fucking
That
corruption.
sucks, dude. Yeah.
All right, here's our first scrotal.
Check this out.
That's one.
It's number one. I get it, American culture, whatever, make the kids understand it, but I don't even think cereal's been invented in this fucking world yet.
No, it's like it's a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He'll also tell us that Ramses tried to pull the sword out of the monument, but he failed. If you remove Althena's sword, let me see it, okay? Promise.
Is it like a King Arthur thing, where if you pull the sword out, you're dubbed next Dragon Master?
I don't think that's how it works, but I think that's what we're alluding to here.
Do you think that would piss Alex off if like Alex goes to this thing every day to pray and Ramus is up there with his 1 foot on
Jerking off the statue?
I wasn't going to go there. I was going to say trying to pry the sword out.
It's the same thing.
But you can... Fake net, is prying a sword out of a statue the same thing as jerking off a statue?
Initializing fake net.
No, except in Nebraska. Chris owns at least one sword and I don't care to know what he does with it.
Chris, the Wheaties line is also in the Sega CD game.
Oh, good.
Just a note about Sega CD real quick. It's all capital letters unless you hack it.
Yeah, she tells me that the Festival of the Goddess is held each year in honor of Althena, our benevolent creator and protector. Without a Dragon Master, Althena must be in grave danger.
Is that true?
Women cannot protect themselves.
Why is there no more Dragon Master?
Is that because
especially women gods can?
He's a dead dude, remember?
Oh, he's fucking dead.
Yeah, she says, quote, if I were a man, I would become a Dragon Master to protect her from harm. So, gender roles confirmed in this world.
Did this video game affect your personal syntax for thinking about the Greek goddess Athena and how you pronounce that and set it in your mind?
You mean Athena from God of War?
Of course, right.
Yeah.
The video game character from God of War,
yes,
right. Kratos' best friend.
It did corrupt me until I got into God of War games.
But it just rewrote the information.
I got it back, yeah.
Because whenever I type this, it gets red underlined, and I'm too afraid to, say learn this word because then I just spell Athena wrong for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Fuck. Brown hair, purple dress lady up by the weapon shop. I remember this day 15 years ago when your dear parents took in the orphaned Luna. I think she grew up happily because you were near, Alex. Cherish and protect her, son. You'll never find another as lovely as she. You must protect and cherish Luna, regardless of personal cost.
That's...
The whole Luna sister, it's right. This whole fucking game rides the line between love interest and sister, which fits in with a whole lot of porn that's happening now.
Okay.
Step sibling porn, Chris.
That I didn't know that was a trend.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
You've done it.
I know a lot of things, but not that.
I'm just saying, it's very strange with the way this game handles it. Is Luna best friend, sister, or future lover?
Yeah.
Why not all of them?
All of the above. I don't know.
This line was...
I know that there's a lot of horniness comes out of Japan.
Yeah.
But I tend to, and I don't know why, it's a vibes-based thing, that I feel like some of the horniness in this game is a working designs product. And I don't know why I think that.
It feels scrotal.
It does feel scrotal. This, is that a scrotal?
I don't think so.
No, that's not a scrotal.
That's not. Well, it goes far worse. If I hadn't played much more of this game, I'd say yeah, but no, it goes worse.
Yeah.
On Sega CD, the line reading is the same, but she calls Luna charming instead of lovely. Why change that?
I think charming's a better word there, right?
Yeah.
The lovely is there to make you think of the physical appearance of Luna, and charming is more of
vibes.
Your fucking charming sister,
Everyone loves Luna.
Mm-hmm.
Emerald hair guy, blue shirt up by the bridge.
Yep.
The weather has certainly been strange this year. Warm spells, cold spells, wind. Just weird. He also tells Alex, he's like, hey, Luna's at the spring. In Silver Star Harmony, this guy is just in a blue t-shirt and khakis. The whole rustic character village thing is just kind of thrown out the window here.
Yeah.
The entire Harmony has the same NPCs in every town. And I think this the PS1 version does a pretty good job of introducing new NPC types with each town.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much repetition, at least in Burg.
Yeah, at least in Burg, and then in Maribia and Saith, the people look different. Did you speak to the chicken?
I spoke with the chicken. There are multiple chickens in
There's
this
all
town,
kinds of chickens. You say the same thing.
Yeah. Nall says, should we bring one of these home to your mom, or are we having a grog loaf again? Speak again. Nall says, these darn things wake me up every morning. I just want to choke them sometimes.
Check this out.
One of the scrotal voices in there sounds like the narrator from Baldur's Gate 3. It's fucking me up.
They're all different fake nets.
Yeah.
Basically.
Choke the chicken. Does that still play for the kids these days?
Ask your kids. I don't know.
No, I'm not
going to ask them that shit.
I'm not. No.
I cannot pull a random kid off the street and ask him about choking a chicken, Chris. This is unknowable information.
Yeah, so, there's nothing more to say about that.
I think there is something more, because if you were 15 years old in 1999, this may have been the funniest thing to ever happen.
That is true, because it is a
video games never talked about whacking off.
Yeah, there is a shattering of eggs of dreams going in here. You're defying expectations when you're saying cheeky stuff like this in
video games didn't do this. Video games, 1, didn't talk about masturbating, and 2, didn't talk to me this way, didn't use my street lingo.
All right.
Pink bun hair older lady wandering north near the river. The last Dragon Master left this mortal coil 15 years ago, Dragon Master Dine. No one is proven worthy of taking his place. Goddess Althena's disciples are the 4 heroes. The Dragon Master is the hero protected by the dragons, and the protector of Althena. So that's a lore distribution opportunity.
Yeah, speaking of the 4 heroes, I don't want to talk about them anymore because we already talked about them too much, but are there always 4 heroes?
There must always be 4 heroes.
Okay. I'm wondering do I believe that because of this game, or is there another precedent for there being 4 heroes in, like, things? Because I feel like there's always 4 heroes.
I mean, there's 5 members to a basketball team.
All of them can't be good, though.
That's right, yeah. The Fab Five, really only 4 of them made it to the NBA with any kind of career. It's a great question.
Anyway.
That's all the NPCs?
Yeah, you want to go in houses now?
Hold on, there's one bonus Sega CD NPC.
Oh, a bonus NPC.
He's a farmer holding a pitchfork. He tells us the river rose due to the spring fall, which prevents anyone from getting to Saith. So in Sega CD, the weird woods, all that stuff, not a problem. The river is too high.
Oh, you can't ford the river like an Oregon Trail.
And die of diphtheria. Let's go in some buildings.
Yeah, which one?
Alex's house?
Yeah, we're in my house now. Luna lives here, apparently.
Yeah.
But she's not here now. But
no,
like,
she's not
you
here.
can go through her
She's
shit,
practicing.
right?
Yeah, you want to just toss her room right ahead and go ahead?
Yeah, yeah. If you go and look in her shit, Nall says, Alex, if you go into Luna's room without asking, she's going to be mad. And then if you speak with the teddy bear, it says, this is one ugly teddy bear. I'm a lot more fun to hug than this filthy flea bag.
It's a fine-looking teddy bear.
It's
He's insulting the girl's fucking teddy bear.
Also, this game does like alliteration as well, which makes me also believe that Victor wrote the strategy guide.
So I was glad that when I tried to open the dresser, there was no option to sniff underwear.
I thought for sure there was going to be an underwear thing coming.
Like if Cloud Strife King Pervert has that option, then surely Alex is going to do that too.
I don't know if you got it, but a little bit later there is something slightly perverted in here.
God damn it. Is it talking? Did you try to sleep in her bed? That you're talking about?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I did. Nall tells me Luna will be mad if Alex messes her bed up. Besides, the scented sheets will make you smell like a girl.
Ooh, no one wants to smell like a girl.
No way.
They dodged a bullet there. Dad, that's Noah, right? Asked me if I'm going to the Dine Monument today. It's good that Alex has a hero. Dad doesn't want Alex to just admire him. He wants him to be him, is what he's saying.
Don't just talk about it, be about it, son.
It's like how my dad wants me to be like my hero, Solid Snake.
I'm out of missiles.
That's right. My father also talks to me about Solid Snake all the time.
Yes, Mom tells me that Luna is waiting on the outskirts of the town at the Springs. Aren't you going to practice your song for the Goddess Festival? Anything else?
You'd better stop dilly-dallying and get over there.
Oh, I must have missed
Chris,
that part.
you still deploy the words dilly-dallying to your kids when they're...
I use lollygagging.
Oh, that's pretty good. I do prefer lollygagging to dilly-dallying.
Yes.
Do you go downstairs?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff down here, and if you speak with the box, Nall says, hey, what's in the box, Alex? Nall says that we need permission first. Of course,
Gwyneth
that's
Paltrow's head.
7 references. That's corruption, right? A movie reference is obviously is auto.
Wait, no, hold on. I thought I was referencing 7. Did Nall literally say, I mean, is what's in the box? That's Brad Pitt yelling that while having a breakdown. What do you...
I'll show you with the box. What was in the box?
Hey, what's in the box, Alex? Like, Nall says that.
Yeah, but what's in the box?
Oh, what's in the box?
Like, is that explicitly 7?
Yes.
All right.
At this time.
Yeah, do it.
Yes, that is explicit.
Check this out.
That's 3. We're going to need to write this shit down, by the way.
3 scrotes.
What's in the fucking box?
Did you examine the shelves in the basement?
Yeah, I did, I think.
Nall notices a cracked pot and a rusted knife. I don't think we can use either of these. Oh, it's a picture of Luna that Alex drew when he was a boy. Well, it's either Luna or a deformed elephant.
Yes, a deformed elephant. Yeah, I did get that as well. The official guide here says, and I quote, Mom mentions that Luna is waiting for you at the Burg Springs outside of town. Has she answered your booty call at last?
God damn it.
Take the time to fondle Luna's possessions and check out the basement while you're here.
The word fondle there, too. I mean, granted, I put a lot of fucked up shit into the dialogue I say on this podcast that, like, reads toward perversion, themes of perversion, etc.
Yeah.
But I'm not making a video game to sell to... Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
I understand the agony and ecstasy of working designs from, like, moment 1 on this stuff.
I left.
Okay, that's it. I left. Shed next to Alex's house.
Yeah, the barn.
There's a cow in here and it moves.
It does.
Nall will say, I bet Dragon Master Dine drank milk every day, Alex. It did his body good.
Oh.
Chris, remember when milk did your body good?
I do remember.
What does milk do to your body today?
Today,
Speaking of all days.
as evidenced by the fact that I have almond milk in my refrigerator, real milk will make me shit myself for 4 days.
It corrupts you.
Yes.
You've been scrotaled by milk.
Milk is corrupting. Is that a scrotal? It's a reference to a fucking ad, right? It's a
Milk
scrotal.
does a body good, yeah.
It's a
We're
scrotal.
going to get a shorter sound effect.
Check this out.
House in the southwest corner, the Maribia wife and her husband. It uses most of the same art assets as Alex's house, which all of them do. There's not a lot of unique stuff here. The guy in here is in a farmer hat and what I think is blue jeans. He says, I met my wife many, many years ago. I grew tired of the big city grind, so we moved back to Burg and got married right away. I have no desire to return to that dump, but she still thinks about it every day. I really think that big cities are seriously overrated. Nall wonders if the big city is such a great place.
The lady on the right side says she came all the way here to marry her husband.
From Maribia.
Yes. Sacrifice for the sake of true love and all that nonsense. She goes on to say that Maribia was so exciting and Burg fucking sucks. She wants to experience the hustle and bustle of Maribia again, but Nall promises her that Burg will grow on her.
She says she's bored and frustrated, which is not what you want your wife saying when you move her to the country.
No.
The exact same dialogue on the Sega CD.
Cool.
These people are going to get divorced. They already sleep in separate beds.
Mm-hmm.
Upstairs.
Yep.
They got 2 kids.
Love kids. One says, hey, look at me. I learned a magic spell. Boom, shakalaka. Earthquake. Kid then wonders if he's any good. Nall then says, Ixnay on the Eque, kid. You're going to scare the heck out of the village. I don't understand Pig Latin. Will you explain Pig Latin to me?
I don't think they said that to me.
You didn't get Pig Latin?
I don't think so.
Oh, can you explain Pig Latin to me?
No.
Fake net. How's Pig Latin work?
Initializing fake net.
Away efu sere ote explain way itwe ote ue. Unlay itwe ourself yay.
Yeah, he also said Boom Shakalaka, which is an NBA Jam
I have
reference.
Shaka Shaka Boom.
I mean, this could be a Mandela effect thing where I wrote Boom Shakalaka.
Just from memory?
Yes.
I mean, I could have written, I don't know. We'll never know. There's no way to know it.
No, impossible.
So
I have this footage recorded.
Did you talk to the girl? We talked to the girl?
Yeah, let's talk to her.
Okay, this is pretty bad. She says, Alakazam, hey, I cast a spell to turn you into toads, but it didn't work. Alex responds, we're immune to your magic, but I'd rather you turn Nall into a cookie. By the way, Sega CD, Alex does not talk.
Yeah, silent
I just
protag.
want to point that out, that like all of Alex's dialogue feels like it shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nall suspects Alex has been hanging around Ramus too much. She tries it again, and it doesn't work. She says, you meanies, don't dodge this time. I want to turn you into pigs. Do you have what Nall says back?
Yes.
She says, I want to turn you into pigs, and Nall says,
can't we all just get along?
Check this out.
Obviously a reference to when the pigs beat the shit out of Rodney King.
Yes. The pigs part didn't really click for me until just now.
Yeah, dude.
That's got to be
that's on purpose.
That's
that's a good job, Victor, I guess.
Put this fucking thing on the woke video games list now.
It's too woke. It's got too much woke. Fucking ban it.
The gang oinks, but the little girl accuses us of oinking a little girl. Nall says, children, all they ever do is give me grief and yank on my wings.
Wingyankers.com. Never mind. Okay.
Yep. Yank. Mm-hmm. Ramus's house. Yeah, it's bigger than all the other houses, by the way. 2
impressive flower arrangements right after we entered. 2 rooms on the east and west walls, 2 pink flower pattern rugs. Talk to the cat. Same thing when... I think the dialogue is identical when Nall talks to most cats. People always say I look like a cat. Not true. Cats look like me. Nall will also try and say hello to the cat, then get upset when it does not respond. He says, I hate cats. All they ever do is give you attitude. Alex says, no kidding, because he's talking about Nall. It disappointed me there was no meow sound effect. There's a chicken in Ramus's house, and, it's the same whack-off joke again.
The one that you want to choke.
The lady on the right side, who did you read this as originally?
I have it as a grandma, but I think it's his mom.
He calls it nanny?
Oh, really?
I guess it is grandma?
Okay.
This person, this nanny, says he might not seem like it, but the village chief is very concerned about his son. Ramus and his father just don't see eye to eye on anything. Whatever will I do? If only Ramus and his father could talk to each other with open hearts.
Oh, open heart. I'm surprised they didn't make an open heart surgery joke right here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get one of those in there. ER was on right now. Make an ER joke.
Yeah.
Big beard man on left side. It's Ramus's dad.
Yeah. He says his son's head is always in the clouds. He says all this shit about being great and rich one day, but he doesn't work hard like Alex, who spends all day whacking off at Dine's monuments. What is with my notations here?
I know you're into it.
Yeah. Also,
live the dream.
He also says that Ramus started rummaging around through the house as soon as he walked in the door. Quote, why did I have to get the laziest kid in our village? You made him.
I do like the idea of Ramus being so excited he just starts tossing the house looking for snacks and adventure stuff.
Yeah.
Like this is the day he's planned for his entire life.
Yeah.
On Sega CD, it's almost the exact same dialogue, but the house is just one big room. Upstairs.
Yeah, there's a dog in the dog's room.
Yeah.
And a Ramus in the Ramus room.
Nall says, what, you want to treat? Bark 3 times and run in a circle, then we'll talk. I feel sorry for dogs. I can't imagine not being able to fly or speak, but I could definitely get used to drooling and sleeping all day long.
Same. Ramus?
Ramus asks Alex to wait a bit longer. He's almost got everything for their trip. He wonders if 300S is enough for their snack budget.
Yeah.
S is the currency, silver, I think.
Silver.
Dresser, did you look at
Nall says, by the way, Nall says that he thinks that the 300 silver is enough for the entire village.
Oh, for the snack budget in the entire village?
Yes.
Is that a fat joke?
It's encroaching, but we're not there yet.
All right. The dresser, Nall will notice it's stuffed with toys and assumes that Ramus's dad must spoil him rotten.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot open the chest in here.
It's locked.
There is a bonus residential house on Sega CD. It's next to Ramus's house. A child living there will tell us where the White Dragon Cave is, and it's where Dine had his first adventure. Another kid tells us magic power is drawn to stones laid in piles around the land. They say if you rest there, you regain power. It's because in Sega CD, there are Athena goddess statues that are just stones all over the world map, and you touch them and just get all your health back.
Oh, okay.
But obviously, that's not present in the enemy-less world map of the PS1 version.
Yeah.
Item shop, little girl in pigtails. Over the mountain to the east is a dragon's cave. I wonder if any dragons are left in it. If there are, I'd love to meet them. They must know great magic. I would go in the cave myself, but walking there would be too much trouble. There's a cat curled up in front of the fireplace. I like that. Also, this is where I noticed with the game control, you're very slippery, or at least it feels like that way at the characters. Like you always will just move around shelves or something and just keep moving along. And it's like it's hard to know if this item is going to have some dialogue to it.
One of the redeeming qualities about the touch version of this game is a little button appears whenever you can interact with something.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
An indicator. I hope they port that forward to whatever version. My suspicion is this remastered version that's coming out is just going to be the mobile port.
It looks
like, how could it not?
It looks a lot different.
It does?
Yeah, and I think a different company is involved than the company that did the mobile.
Oh, and then, hey, that was my guess, but I suppose anything's possible. I always assume the worst, like they're going to make this as cheaply as possible.
Yeah.
Weapon shop.
Yeah, a guy says hello to Alex and wonders if he needs a tool or needs something repaired. He asked me to come back later. I can't buy shit yet. Also, I saw some tomato soup on the table. Upstairs, there's an adventure boy. He's got
pretty good.
Got a cloak, bandana, etc. He wants to know where Ramus has scurried off to. He calls him a, quote, little con, and says, I'm going to strangle the life out of that bulbous brat. More alliterative terms there.
Bulbous brat?
Bulbous brat. What does bulbous mean?
Fat.
Bulbasaur is that the first Ramus fat
I think
joke?
So.
All right.
The Ramus fat-phobic comments counter.
One. That's gonna get me every time I think.
Did you talk to him again?
Yeah, he says
it's pretty good.
My dad tried to con me once.
He says twice.
Once.
Like, so he killed his father? What's the implication there?
I was under the impression that his father is the shopkeeper, but maybe not.
Did you talk to the blue hair lady at
a house on the eastern side of
yes,
town?
There's a house to the right of the goddess statue with the lady with the blue hair in there.
I got blue anime man, but okay.
That's fine. It can be either gender.
Yeah.
Hey, Nall, what the heck are you exactly? A really chunky pigeon? Nall replies, what the heck are you? Rude or just really stupid?
Ooh.
Leave me alone. And my note is I had this conversation on AOL in 1997.
Good. Guy says he won't be able to sleep until he figures out what Nall is.
Please tell me. Nall again replies, I wouldn't tell you squat even if I knew myself. Nall doesn't know what he is.
Is this a guy who gets mad about pronouns?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Does Nall really not know where he was born? Did Nall just appear one day? Did he just manifest?
Inception. Well, I think we learned in the leather-bound book here, the guide, the instruction manual, that Nall was left with
like a
with
pile
his father.
of kittens.
Yeah, a mysterious man gave Alex's father Nall, so it was probably an infant and doesn't have any memories.
God damn it, that's all I did, Chris, until I went east on that bridge to go get Luna.
All right, let's go across the bridge to the springs to see Luna. Luna is, of course, the blossoming babe.
Jesus. Ugh. Music Burg continues. We find Alex and Nall in the thick of some California redwood-ass giant trees.
Parallax scrolling evergreens, big ones.
You can't say big ones in that context. You can't do it.
But I get really excited about good-looking sprites.
I also get excited about big ones, Chris.
Yes.
Nall gets on the mic. That's Luna, all right. I bet you're in for it now, Alex. She hates when you're late. I head north as the trees parallax scroll across the ground, as Chris just mentioned.
The official guide commands you to whip out your instrument to join her in a quick jam session.
Fuck.
In parentheses, when read with a dirty mind, the previous sentence is extremely naughty.
Thank you. That makes it not funny when you say that at the end.
Yes.
Video game book. On Sega CD, there you have to exit to the world map and move over a few inches to reach the spring, which is called a fountain.
Oh, okay. Well,
Back on PS1, we get another anime cutscene. And this is like, you get the opening anime cutscene, you get a Ramus anime cutscene, you get the opening with Alex.
Yeah.
Anime all the time, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Surely it's not going to be 3-second character intros for the next 20 hours after this.
No, of course not.
We move through the trees into an opening of pure white light. Inside, we see Luna sitting by a small spring in the middle of a clearing. One giant ray of sunlight is shining directly on her. Luna is practicing her iconic La 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 song.
This is called white anime light.
What is that, Chris?
It's just beautiful light meant to signify purity.
Purity, purifying light with an angelic presence?
Yes. The bright anime lights are communicating to us, the special boys, the teenage boys that are playing this game.
Virginal purity.
Like, this is the fucking avatar of femininity, right?
This is what you need.
This is the perfect girl next door.
Aren't you lucky? She's next door. She's next door bed.
She's the well-medicated manic pixie of legend. She's looking at you, Alex. She's singing to the birds, Alex.
Did my guy just say well-medicated?
Yes.
Did he mean moisturized?
No, I'm just reading what I wrote.
Good.
Okay?
Riff, hey man, fucking go off.
Alex, there's only one way to be a pimp. Right here, do it. What's he do, Eric? How's he be a pimp?
The camera moves closer to Luna, and she's sitting on a frighteningly geometric monument. Harsh angles, big quadrilaterals. It looks uncomfortable. We zoom even closer. Birds are hopping around Luna's feet. She's holding a basket of pink flowers. She's dressed like a pirate. We zoom in on for the fourth time, a close-up of Luna's face. She's content to la 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 the day away in the most serene setting I've ever seen, and I would do the same. The camera showcases some other still shots of this peaceful-ass lagoon, a sealed-off doorway, a sculpted demon mouth doubling as a fountain, a panning shot across the pond, now loaded with lily pads. Then it's a slow panning shot across an expanse of trees and a lens flare as the camera crosses the sun. The camera stops once it returns to Luna's face. Chris, how do you feel about anime lens flares?
Excessive.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, we've already had the purity lights, right? So we don't need lens flares.
I just mean lens flare as a concept in animation since there's no fucking camera.
There's no lens.
Yeah. My girl's blissed out, but then a wind instrument starts to accompany her la-la-las. Luna's shocked. She stops singing. The camera pulls back to reveal the most incredible reveal of this game. It's Alex blowing air into his ocarina, an instrument most video gamers discovered 9 months ago on their Nintendo 64s.
Yes.
It's a great looking shot. The ocarina is a stylish piece painted sky blue with some red and white striping. He's just like, he is posted up.
Sick move, Alex.
Yeah. Eyes closed, Alex continues his own solo. Luna brings her folded hands to her heart and giggles with joy. The birds at Luna's feet fly away as she moves to stand. Rising, she tells Alex,
Alex, you're late again, silly. Were you whittling away the morning at Dine's monument again? Or were you planning more make-believe adventures with Ramus?
Luna blinks twice in anime and we fade to black.
Again, a little bit too much uncanny mouth flapping, lots of words in the mouth flaps again.
Yeah.
But, you know, we often talk about our protagonist of our JRPGs as we wonder, like, when are they going to become adequate people who can, like...
Complete people?
Just
like
exist.
A full character?
Just people who can just, you know, get from A to B, who know what time it is, like, who are not just nincompoops. But Alex, he seems like he's got it together right now.
That was a cool move.
Yeah.
Like, to just appear like that and just harmonize with her right there. These two know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or at least he does.
Back to the video game. God damn, there's so many good light beams here. Lily pads, little waterfall. Nothing
picturesque
will ever be this good again.
On PSP, the anime animation is obviously the same, but her dialogue has changed. Luna says,
Well, Alex, looks like you're late again, silly. Were you idling the morning away at Dine's monument again? Or were you busy planning another escapade with Ramus?
So instead of make-believe adventures, you get escapade. And instead of whittling, you get idling.
Great.
They did it.
Yes, legally distinct.
Let's talk about Luna Noah, manual bio.
Luna Noah. Sure.
Her last name.
She's my sister?
She's my sister.
She's my sister.
Okay. The blossoming babe. Alex's parents have taken care of Luna since she was a child. She is Alex's childhood sweetheart, though she'll never admit it.
Can you do that? Can your fucking stepsister be your childhood sweetheart?
No. I don't think they're using the term childhood sweetheart in the way that they think they are.
No, I don't think so either.
No one can match the power of her magical songs. Like most adolescents her age, she has many questions about herself. Unfortunately, they're about to be answered.
Chris, Luna is voiced by Rhonda Gibson in the Silver Star and Silver Star Story Complete. You've also heard Rhonda in Exile and Exile 2, two Working Designs Turbo CD games. She also voiced Emerald in Magic Knight Rayearth, Tiras in Dragon Force, and Arita Lias in Growlancer 2, and Aimer in Summon Night 6. On the making of Lunar Disc, Rhonda mentioned that Victor Ireland was her husband's best friend since high school.
Oh, his childhood sweetheart.
Oh, geez. God damn, read into that, dude. Jennifer Stigall performs the singing voice of Luna, as we've mentioned. In the Harmony PSP version, Luna is voiced by Eden Rigel in Silver Star Harmony. Eden obviously voiced Devila and Popola in the original Nier, the Velvet Room's Marie in Persona 4 Golden, and Jane Austen in Saints Row 4.
Jane Austen's in Saints Row 4, okay.
Jane Austen is in Saints Row 4.
All right, sure.
Nobody minds having what's too good for them, Chris.
Yes.
Do you recall, does the name Eden Rigel strike you as anything familiar?
No.
She is the sister of Sam Rigel, who voiced Azel in God Hand.
Oh.
Sam also voices Nash later in this game.
Oh.
Yeah. Back to the Burg Spring in the PlayStation 1 version.
Beautiful.
Burg resumes. The place sure is gorgeous. Luna stands atop some crumbled ruins in the middle of a big blue pond. A spring, some may call it. Collapsed architecture and lily pads decorate the scene, complete with a man-made stone spring spilling out of the left side. The edges of the water pulse with activity. God rays shine into the top of the screen. Bits of that architecture reflect off the surface of the pond. Someone tried really hard to make this.
Yeah, I mean, you're creating the impression, or the first impression, with the monument scene and now this, and it's just, you're not going to see anything else like this very much in the game.
Like, a lot of this stuff is, I don't want to say copy and paste, but built from the same art assets, especially in the towns.
Yeah, I mean, most of this game is built with a tile set.
Yes, tile set's a good point.
These are built with...
It's like a custom bit.
Yeah.
A custom tile set.
Nall tells Luna that she fucking nailed it. Alex was actually beating off at the monument and planning an adventure with Remus. I'm going to stop that joke. I guess I wrote it 3 times so I can make sure I get it in once. Nall spills the beans and says that we're off to the White Dragon Cave. Luna can't believe that shit. She knew something was up with the way he was playing just then. Obviously, miffed that Alex is keeping secrets, she is also expressing concern that Alex will be traveling to such a dangerous place.
In the original version, she says she knew something is wrong with his playing. On PSP, she says Alex's ocarina sounded off.
Off, a little off, okay. Yeah, well, it sounded good to me, Luna.
Didn't you get the hideous screeching sound effect?
Dragon sound earthquake. Yeah, sure. Alex takes a step back. No one's ever heard a roar like that, but Nall knows it must be the voice of the White Dragon.
You know, I don't think this earthquake shit is actually the White Dragon. I think it's something else.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, I haven't played that much. Alex then starts to walk off, much to Luna's chagrin. But Nall explains that we're actually going to do this shit. This is the adventure. Luna doesn't want Alex to be hurt, or worse. She says, "What about your poor parents? They'll be beside themselves with worry." Alex, the silent protagonist that he used to be, keeps hitting her with dots.
On PSP, it's "Your mother is going to be sick with worry."
Sick with worry.
Sick with worry.
Yeah, I've been sick with worry before. It sucks. Luna admits to never being able to stop Alex from doing what he wants to do. Quote, "And I know that your dream is to embark on great adventures, just like Dine. So I suppose all I can do is come along and keep you out of trouble." Alex then ums and ums, just like me.
That's like, what a turnaround. Like, very Saturday morning cartoon. Looks like Kid Sisters coming along.
Yep. Nall wonders why Alex is even trying to say no to Luna. Quote, "She plays you like an ocarina." Nall is ready to get started, but Luna tells Nall to hold up. "We really need to tell Alex's parents where we're going. We can't let them worry about us." Gotta get some gear and shit too, right?
Besides, we might be able to find some things around the house to help us on our trip. That's like a hint for you to get the shit out of the chest at the bottom of the house.
Yes, what's in the box, Luna? Nall likes the way Luna thinks, and we are off. Refreshingly enough, though, I think that it is good that we now basically have access to all of the basic mechanics of the game now.
What do you mean?
Like, we can equip our characters, we can buy
you
shit,
go through the menu and do all that stuff.
Yeah, like all
it's
that.
laborious and time consuming, but we can do it.
Yeah, I don't really... We'll talk about the menus, I guess, a little bit later, but they're not good. They're even worse than the touch version.
They're I'm just going to say, I don't know if they're not good or if I've just been so conditioned to modern menus that none of this seems intuitive anymore.
The one thing I'll have to say about like limited inventory systems like this, I mean, this is better than Suikoden 1, but like limited inventory systems is that it does force you to have some sort of stake in what you're carrying and know what you're carrying and know what the items are instead of just this endless fucking shit, which is, I think, a good thing in terms of like the way you engage with the game. But is it fun?
That's a good question. Like, I generally judge games by how much time I spend in the menus. Like Final Fantasy VIII, junctioning, all that stuff just got to be so time consuming.
I just got done with Baldur's Gate 3. I picked it back up and finished it, and I have like 145 hours in that game. And I probably spent 40 hours in like
in the menus.
Outfitting characters.
Sounds fucking great. I'll never play that.
Outfitting characters and shit. You don't have to, but I just had a lot of fun doing it. For me, it depends on if you have a mouse or not. If you have a mouse, it's fine. If you have to use a controller, maybe not. I don't know.
Chris, the spring scene is much different on Sega CD.
Really?
Alex and Nall find Luna's bouquet near a large body of water. And if you saw that, like, those flowers were actually in the PS1 version. She had that with her.
Oh, okay.
We then kick out to a bitmap cutscene. Luna, moving between branches, wishes Alex good morning.
Good morning, Alex. You're late again. Did Ramus ever find you? You know, he seemed really anxious to track you down. But then he's probably hatching another harebrained scheme. Well, anyway, let's just practice our song for the festival.
The Goddess Festival is something that I don't think ever actually happens. I don't remember, or if they just practice for it. The bitmap cuts to a blue sky, then slowly pans down as Luna begins to sing her classic La La La. Alex sits near her side, stroking the strings of his harp. This cutscene continues for longer than cutscenes did in 93, than you would have primed yourself to expect video games to do of this magnitude.
Yeah.
Mid-song, Alex fucks up some notes and Luna notices. She tells Alex,
What happened? Alex? Your harp. You're playing so strange. Is something bothering you? You can tell me. Alex, please tell me what's wrong.
End of bitmap cutscene. This angle is new. Music Burg resumes and Nall spills the beans. Alex wants to go to the Dragon Cave with Ramus. We knew that already, Chris. Alex, though, is a silent protagonist in this version and fills the dialogue box with dots. Once again, Luna demands to go along. She joins the party and tells Alex about an old chest in their basement that could help them out.
Good.
We then get control back and we're back to Burg. And Chris, I like Luna's Sega CD sprite better. She has an emerald color to her hair. It's not so royal blue.
Oh, okay. I haven't noticed
Ramus.
that. Yeah.
Back to Burg in the PS1.
Mm-hmm.
Our objective, I think, is to meet Ramus by the town exit. On Sega CD, our objective is to go to the chest in Alex's basement. But goddammit, we're back in town and NPCs say new things on the Luna's here.
Sometimes. What did you do first?
Guy by the bridge.
Yeah?
Luna, I can't wait until you sing at the festival. Your voice is so luscious.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to hearing your ocarina too, Alex. Parentheses, cough. Call the fucking cops.
Yeah, call them now.
Remember saying cough after making kind of a joke on the internet?
No.
Like something you just said under your breath, signifying that type thing?
No, never did it.
You never did that shit?
Never did that shit.
Chris was not an online kid.
I was,
That's
but
not true.
it just didn't hit my circles.
Not in the same corners as me.
Yes,
man.
we didn't talk like that on BattleNet.
Blue-haired kid, bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
Asks Luna if she's going to sing at the Goddess Festival. He wants to hear some of it and promises not to tell anyone what it sounds like. We get a choice, why, of course, or it's a secret until the festival. I say, of course, some banner transpires, and then Luna's La La voice sample plays. After the child says, wow, Luna's song sounds kind of mysterious, I wonder why. Foreshadowing.
Mysterious, mythical, etc.
Talk to him again and he'll ask Luna to put some words in next time, which she can't do because she's bound by fate of being in a video game.
La la la.
Although if you say no, Nall tells the kid to fuck off, but Luna will sing for him anyway.
Oh.
The kid will wonder why the song sounds lyricless. Lady, purple dress, small East house. Well now, Luna, what's a lovely girl like you doing with a boy like Alex? Alex is quite the lucky guy to have someone as wonderful as you. Luna tells her to stop it. She says, pretty soon you'll have me up on a pedestal with some crazy inscriptions at my feet, posing for tourists.
Shit.
Continues, I can't get over how perfect you and Luna look, Alex. Navy-haired lady below Ramus's house. She tells us we should be practicing for the Goddess Festival.
Yep.
You must perform flawlessly if our village is to have good luck this year. And since Alex helped me with my song, it's so much better. Good luck. Luna gets pissed though. Alex, a singing lesson is all you better have given for your sake.
Yeah, we've already talked about this, but my first note here is, what is this relationship?
Yeah.
Between Alex and Luna?
Between Alex and this lady, because Luna is immediately girl jealous about Alex spending time with a different lady and saying you better not have been finger blasting her.
Yes. Is that...
What?
I mean, I don't think that's like we can explicitly assign a scrotal nature
Let's
to this.
continue the conversation one more line.
All right.
The girl continues, Alex only wants me to sing my song beautifully. What's wrong with that? Then Luna gets extra mad and says, Alex, wipe that silly grin off your face. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's that? Do you want to read into that?
I do want to, I mean, with all of the baggage that we're already carrying, I read into that and I say that's a scrotal.
All right, that's 5 samples in one episode.
Check this out.
5.
Green-haired guy north by the river. He asks Luna if she's looking forward to the festival. He tells her there's no better singer than her in all the land. Luna takes the compliment, but tells him she wouldn't sound as good without Alex's ocarina. He'll also tell Alex that he is a lucky man.
Mm-hmm.
We get an age check real quick.
On Alex and Luna?
Yeah, let's do that.
15.
You sure?
16.
I don't actually know the answer.
19. I don't know. It's not in any of the guides. I looked
okay, then that makes it totally fine.
Yes.
Green hair guy with white eyes, the Ramus hater.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the harsh guy.
The harshman.
He says, so Alex, what's with the brave look? An adventure worthy of dying? This sounds like something you do, Alex. But won't this be too much for Ramus's clogged heart to handle?
Clogged heart?
Clogged heart.
Clogged heart.
That is a...
Jesus.
My heart is so clogged and I cannot accept love. I don't think that's what he means. That's a fat joke, right?
Yeah.
The Ramus fat-phobic comments counter.
That's 2.
I got different dialogue from him. On mine, he says it's good that Luna's going to go with him as he needs some help. He says Ramus should be thinking about this village instead of silly adventures. Because everyone in this village appears to know that, like, Alex is the chosen one and Ramus is a dumb piece of shit.
Yeah.
He continues, that young Ramus is so lazy. If he inherits that leadership from his father, we're doomed. That's all I've got for NPCs outside before I started going inside houses for additional adventures, Chris.
Oh, I love going inside houses for additional adventures.
Ramus's house? Talk to his father.
Yep.
He wants Luna to talk some sense into his son. He talks the talk, but he'll never walk the walk. Did I offend the stork god? Why did I get a lazy, cherubic dreamer of a kid? It must be a test.
The stork god.
What's the stork god?
Quetzalcoatl.
Okay, ship it.
The stork god must be like who brings you your child, like
the stork. They don't have actual storks.
The blessing of the gods in terms of if your child is a shitheel or not.
Oh, okay. That's the stork god.
Yeah. I saw your note about the stork god. I must have missed this because I was like, what is he talking? I was starting
this
looking
dialogue
through the script being like, what the fuck is the stork?
So, like, when I read that, I wasn't sure if, like, the stork god was an actual, like, making up a metaphor or if that we're going to find the stork god guarding a dragon cave or some shit.
The only god I'm aware of is the goddess Althena. If the stork god was also part of the pantheon, I would be perfectly happy, but I don't think it's the case.
Did you speak with Ramus's suicidal nanny?
No.
I don't know who's more stubborn, Ramus or his father. It tears me up inside to see them act like this. Talk to Ramus.
Yep.
Hey, did you know a garbage can lid can be held like a shield?
Yeah, that's actually a true fact.
We are fucked on this adventure if he's bringing a garbage can lid.
He does. Like, that is his default shield.
I know. He's trying his best.
Yes.
Anything else in Ramus's house?
No.
Let's go to Alex's house.
Yeah, my house. Dad is confounded why we would want to travel to the White Dragon Caves by ourselves. But he's cool with it. He said, yep, it's your time, buddy.
Of course you can go.
He gives us the same thing that we all want our dads to give us. Dagger.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Yes. He notes that it's probably easier for Luna to handle the next one. It's a sling.
He says it's your life, isn't it? Of course you can go on PSP. And they changed dagger to knife.
Ooh, wow. I'd rather my dad give me a dagger than a knife,
yeah,
honestly.
Dude, dagger's
harsh. I'm going to go fight some shit. Next, he gives us a flame ring and says, you never know when you might need it.
Why do you have this, Dad?
When in doubt, use fire. That's from The Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. He then gives us direction to the caves. It's north of Burg and east around the mountain range. Dad also lets us know that we need to equip that shit. Helpful dad. My dad is a tutorial. All dads are supposed to be tutorials, actually. Thanks, Dad.
That is correct. Good job, Father Chris.
Yes.
Just possessing a weapon doesn't make it work, Alex. You have to equip it first. Be careful on your trip. Come back when you get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
On PSP, Dad also tells you where the cave is on the world map, even though there is no world map.
Oh, great. That's, I did not know that. Okay.
Chris, at what age do or did you give your kid a knife?
I have not given my kid a knife yet.
Either one of you have two of those things, right?
I have not given either one a knife, and I don't plan on
Is there one you would trust with a knife sooner than another one?
Yes.
Actually, I bet when there's two of them, you probably don't want them to have blades. This is an interesting memory. I got a knife the same day I got The Legend of Zelda, which is when I was 6, and I got my first
Like pocket knife?
Cub Scout badge. Yes,
Yeah.
pocket knife. Like I didn't want to go to scout camp, but I finished the week out and I got to have the $10 knife that was in the case at the gift shop.
Oh, okay.
6 years later, I would cut my finger off almost with it.
Well, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Mom?
So you have to manually go do all that. Yeah, Mom.
Yeah.
Talk to Mom. What did Mom say?
Mom can't believe this shit.
That's what exactly my note.
She also can't believe that Dad said it would be okay. She asked Alex to promise that we'll be back before dark. Even when you were a little tyke, I knew you'd turn to adventuring someday.
Chris, with parenting, is there a moment where your kids are doing something that your spouse okayed out of just defeat that you would have been like, you let them fucking do what? Because that's the vibe I'm getting here from Dad signaling off his kid to go find a dragon.
Yeah, that's like pretty much a daily thing, right?
Yeah, I figured that's like a normal thing. Like your father said what, et cetera, trade the roles, whatever.
Tonight, my kid came inside and was like, Dad, the ice cream man's coming. I'm like, no, I told you you're not getting the ice cream man every single time. You're not doing it.
It's no good.
And then,
Damn, he's here every day.
No, but he's
plays
here.
his neighborhood like a fiddle, man.
He's here a lot.
Yeah.
And then he accepted it and he left. And I was like, I looked over at the basket and I was like,
Did you want ice cream, Dad?
There was a 20 in there and I was like, I grabbed it and I was like, bring me back the change.
That's a good question. What's the ice cream man cost these days?
$11 for 2 kids.
For 2 kids? Do you tip the ice cream man?
I'm sure I don't deal with the ice cream man.
Do your kids know about tipping? I think you're supposed to tip the ice cream man.
No.
Oh, man.
I don't deal with the ice cream man. My kids are old enough to deal with the ice cream man themselves. Yeah.
He could look like Mr. Tasty and you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, sorry.
On Sega CD, Mom just wants Alex to pick up his room. Chris, as a parent, do you still demand children pick up their room, or is that phrase left a lexicon?
I don't. I think that phrase is left. My kids are, pedantic shitheads.
Yeah.
So if I said
allegedly parody,
if I said pick up your room, they would be like, Dad, my room's too heavy.
Yeah, I cannot pick up my room.
Pick up this house.
It's on the 3rd floor.
Yes.
Fucking idiot.
Yes.
Dresser. Did you try to go through Luna's dresser in front of her?
I didn't do it till later. So go ahead.
Alex, what are you doing? Stop poking around my room this very instant. And I tried to go sleep in her bed. If you've listened to our podcast before, whenever I can go in somebody's house to try and get in their bed to see what happens, take a nap.
Yeah.
Idle there for an hour and a half. In this one, she'll say, Alex, what are you doing, capital letters, in my bed? Get away from it this instant, you pervert.
Oh, the pervert plays.
Chris, is Alex a pervert?
Well, I mean, I am Alex, and I am a pervert, so...
Yeah, I'm in my sister's bed again, so
Yes.
I must be the pervert. And let me summon some Zodiac.
I did... Did you speak with the fireplace?
No, this fireplace didn't seem sentient to me, so I didn't talk to it.
Well, Nall knows how cozy it is and wants to take a nap there. The end.
How lovely.
Basement?
What'd you get in those chests?
I spoke with the shelf first. In the box, I found an...
What's in the box?
I found an angel tear, a starlight, an herb, a.k.a. a herb, a dragonfly wing. And I go and I look at the items, and I love how the sprites from the map pop up in the UI and become menus. Like when you press the button, my man becomes a menu. Nall becomes the system menu.
Make yourself more than a man. Make yourself
great.
a menu.
Nall is the options menu. This game also has battle formations too, which I guess we'll play around with later.
I'm not fucking with that.
Yep. Alex's hat is described as an orange chinchilla fur, and Luna's scarf is described as the scarf from the dentist. Not really. Silky, soft, and warm.
That's nice. Dragonfly wing, by the way, hugely valuable item. Did you read what that does?
It sends you out of a dungeon.
Yeah, it sends you back to the entrance of a dungeon. So you have to walk back all the way through the damn dungeon when you're like low on HP and fucked up.
Yep. It's like a butterfly wing from Ragnarok Online.
That's it. Yeah, it's correct. The reference everybody was trying to pull from. I've spent 2 hours and 7 minutes in this video game town so far. I go try to find Ramus, and he's not in his room, so instead I take Luna to Dine's monument. She tells Alex, I don't remember a day going by without you coming here. I can't even begin to imagine the adventures Dine had. Ramus is by the town exit. He's waiting for us. Everything's all set, so let's get going, Alex. What? Luna's coming with us? Well, that's okay, I guess. Is he disappointed?
Yeah, I think he wanted to have a bros trip.
Yeah.
He wanted to play Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, with Nall instead of a car.
Yes.
Luna counters, I want to see the white dragon too. Please don't leave me out of this, Ramus. Ramus counters, if it's fine with Alex, it's fine with me. Let's go find that white dragon. Ramus joins the party line. On Sega CD, the chest in Alex's basement is locked, and Nall thinks we should ask around town to see if anybody has the key. But you know who's got it?
Me?
My dad.
Dad.
It's upstairs. The game makes an exquisite sound effect when Dad hands the key over.
Oh.
Dad asks, what are your plans after you open the chest? We open that chest. It contains some dirty clothes and an old sword.
Oh.
Nall demands Alex put on the clothes and grab the sword. It's dagger and heavy clothes in the menu. Back up top, Dad can't believe this shit. We've put on his old clothes. We're going to the cave. He tells Alex, son, you're nuts. There are monsters in it. Dad goes on to say that he went one time, and he would have been killed had Dine not been there. Mother can't believe this either. We'll see what your father has to say about this little stunt. Chris, do parents still call nefarious kid activities stunts?
Japes.
After that stunt...
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I just remember hearing that a lot when I was growing up.
I haven't. No, I've not called anything a stunt. I don't know if my children have pulled a stunt quite yet. Other than, like,
stunts.
Leaving shit around the house. Not putting away their shit.
Ramping off stuff on bicycles, stunts.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Well, Chris, next time we're going to visit the world map and listen to fun traveling. But now we're going to go to the RealNet and listen to comments from the part of the show that didn't cut off.
Initializing RealNet.
Hello, RealNet. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry the stream died earlier. I don't know what happened. It actually was not my fault this time. It just fucking ended. It didn't
Congratulations, Internet.
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't a connection issue. I don't know. Anyway, Eric Fernand says that one line might have been last episode. I think it's a play on fast cars, loose women, and premium food.
Well, what is that?
I don't know. It's a thing. Fast cars, loose women.
I have a laptop now.
Yeah. I don't know. Check that out.
Premium's definitely the word of the day.
WP says my dog is maybe tired for 5 to 10 minutes after a walk. Yeah, mine too. The problem is my dog is really good when I'm working, and she just lays there all day, and then when the kids get home, it's like, I'm a kid now.
What percentage of the day do dogs spend sleeping typically?
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what the percentage is, but I would say if my dog...
Gets a good 12 to 16 in?
Yeah, probably.
Tight.
Neat says, gotta love dialogue rewrites that read like right-click thesaurus, random word selected.
Yeah.
Grammarly.
That's the way, I mean, it wasn't that easy back then. I think he may have actually had to have an actual thesaurus. Like, could you just Google... I guess there was an online thesaurus in the late 90s.
Shift F7 was a thing back then.
It worked back then?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it was whatever was built into the Microsoft Word or Word Perfect or whatever the fuck you were using, but yeah. Neat says it felt like every JRPG of the 90s teased shenanigans regarding the rooms of female party members.
Yeah.
You know what the best like going through the room sequence was in any game that we've ever covered?
Indigo Prophecy.
No, any game we've covered.
Oh, no.
Zell's room.
Yeah, dude, Zell's room is pretty good.
Yeah, Zell's room was funny.
He hated it so much.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VIII, Zell.
Zell.
Not Azel from God Hand. Azel. Cuddle Puddles, we don't have many comments because the stream went down, so Cuddle Puddle fills the time with a story. A stunt story. Good. Stacked up bricks and plywood to make a huge ramp towards the basketball net. Neighbor ran up, slam dunk as an 8-year-old. Arm got caught in the rim and broke. Thanks,
Oh,
Scrappy.
God, fuck, man.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, God. I heard so many, like, fucking trying to do sick dunks. When, like, I've heard, like, that, Sorry, that, like, summoned 9 memories at one time. Just building ramps to do dumb shit off of, whether it was dunk basketballs or skateboard or something. It always ended poorly with somebody crying or going to the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, God, the broken arm and the fucking, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't there, but I can see it happening.
Yeah. Thank you, RealNet, for joining us tonight. We'll see you on the next episode of Retrograde Amnesia. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on October 1st, 2024. Thank you, Mark, for the introductory music.
Chris, yeah, you're welcome.
And thank you, Steph, who did the podcast artwork.
Thank you, Super Hero Gaming, for the PSP playthrough, and Nintendo Complete for the Sega CD Lunar playthrough.
Email the podcast at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com or find us on Twitter, YouTube, or Patreon at patreon.com/retroam. Get early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, and more. All out there at patreon.com/retroam. We are doing a monthly variety stream, you could say. We're doing some weird stuff on stream. We missed it last month because I was sick, but we're going to try to at least, do 10 or 11 of those a year. Those will be out there, archived, looking at memory cards, playing Ogre Battle.
Yes, our next one, which will be available to watch in the past when you see this, will be me going through my entire collection of PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 memory cards and loading those saves and seeing what's there.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Looking forward to it. Thank you. Eric, until next time.
Yes, we will kill the Magic Emperor.
And now, you may go back to your sister's bed.
Ugh.
And sleep in it. Nothing else. Why Why does it say Alex is always too busy whacking off? I made too many whacking off jokes in this.
It's a funny thing. Do you have his wife? You mean to do his wife?
I know I did. Oh, here it is.
Me to do his wife.
For some reason, I have this labeled as house with blonde people.
She is blonde.
Yeah. Am I doing the wife?
If you want. We move through the trees and opening. Fuck me. We move through the.
Nall notes that there's a cracked pot and a rusted knife. After commenting on the uselessness of the items, Nall finds a picture of Luna. Okay, this was the elephant thing. Never mind. We already did that. Okay.
What'd you get in those chests, Chris?
After the deformed elephant comment, I wrote, "Thank you, Victor, for this emotional resonance."
Is this? I mean, are we? This is our item shop.
Item shop has a. Wait, that's not the item shop. Go ahead. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Well, Alex, looks like you're late again, silly. Were you idling the morning away at Dine's Monument again? Or were you busy planning another escapade with Ramus?
God.
Hold on, you found the script?
There's one on GameFAQs. Somebody transcribed, yeah.
The one on GameFAQs is just cutscenes.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure you didn't, because I'm typing all this fucking shit. All right. That was my next person. That's pretty funny.
Blue, why don't you go ahead and I'll just scroll around.
Okay, I'll have my document, not the whole thing next time.
Yeah, when Nall was a
you can get roasted on that.